equally reasonable, you can play your favorite.
Well, luckily that's the one I pulled.
Oh, hang on. These characters aren't the same at all.
Wait, what?
You were talking about my potential Astro idea. There are two important differences here.
Special, you may. After. That's 3.
3 then.
Yeah.
Oh, mine was Yume already.
Oh, it was? Oh, okay, so special and after.
Then I made it cost a force, so there's actually 4 differences, but that was, like, the version you said was the same. It had at least special and after as differences.
That's true.
Right. You're a plant. Well, not yet. You're a future plant.
He's future plant food.
Temporal Odyssey confirmed. Tails. Aw.
I'll go first. Well, 4. Okay, cool.
That is a big number.
Mm-hmm. Alright, bleed.
All right. Take the Warlock action.
Yep. What is with my gauge characters today?
Thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Parry Venom Lash.
CC3.
I'll wait for you to... Okay.
This.
Strike. You should EX for the slaughter, I'm pretty sure.
I'm just thinking. It's face down, so it seems beatable. I'm gonna block it. Yep, okay. I'm not taking damage. Nope.
Alright, let's have this game more.
Yep. Bleed. That's both my dives.
Crap.
Bleed. It's Choking Thorns. Okay, bleeding a lot. So, 1, 2, and 3.
You have a stupid amount of gauge right now.
I do.
Just want to point that out.
It's what I do.
Meh. Oh wait, sorry. On red, red moonshine, the path to conquest.
I was about to say, it doesn't say poke on it. Come on, man. Alright, I mean, sure. So, I take 3.
Sure.
I spend some gauge.
Does that give you armor? That doesn't give you armor, right?
No, it doesn't. Just guard. You have 2 armor and you gain... Oh, right. The armor will help. So, I pull you until you're on her space and then you stop pulling. Deals 8 minus 2 equals 6.
Sure. I think I'm honest.
What was that?
Be okay with that.
Okay.
Which is probably good because I shouldn't do that. I'm not okay with that.
Yeah. I'll transform this.
Oh, that was greedy. Go away or slaughter.
Oh, you're... Oh, wow. I'm very surprised. Okay.
What?
I'm surprised that you didn't tech it earlier if you had the block. Like,
You had 2. You had 2 the whole time.
yeah. I'm surprised you didn't tech it earlier if you had the block. So bleed.
I guess I don't see why I would have teched it earlier, right?
Well, it's
Face down
fine.
EX.
Okay, I take 5.
Prep.
Boost. Strike. Oh, cleanse.
Huh. Okay. Do you have any? You have a transform in play. What's it do? Gives you gate.
Yeah, it gives me a hit effect.
So I play this.
Ow. Alright, I deal 2.
I have 3 armor, so yeah, 2.
Gauge, gauge, and then 7 power. I take 7. Alright, transform. Pierce.
No double EX attacks in non-multiplayer, right?
Right. Oh, got it. No, yeah, it's impossible. You cannot use Dalamud and then set 2. Actually, you can use Dalamud and set 2 cards. If you do, your attack is an EX attack. Congratulations. Okay, I'll grab some armor. Not from these cards, though. This one. And this one. Or I might have armor. I have armor. You ignore it, don't you?
Nice armor.
Neat. Alright, so... yeah, sure. Okay. So I guess I advance 1?
Seems reasonable.
So I lose, because there's nothing I can do.
If you can't win combat, yeah.
It doesn't matter if I win combat, right? I take 3 this turn. I guess I cleanse next turn? Like, that's the paradigm here? Okay, well, 2 gauge for armor, wild swing. Okay, so yeah, I die.
Yeah, you die, but not at all because of the Doom. You die because this card kills you.
That feels completely incidental. Like, I know it's not. I know it's not. But, like, why would I... Alright.
Alright, it sounds to me like we might still need to rework this again.
Well, okay. Admittedly, I forgot that standing on this stopped the damage from coming in. Because I haven't reprinted it. But, yeah, it does feel like I have to stop playing once Doom enters play.
Wait, standing on it always stopped. You standing on it always stopped the damage. Even the printed version says that.
Oh, for some reason
That's
I felt...
the
okay.
entire reason the card's remotely fair, yeah.
Okay, for some reason I felt like it was... I had to cleanse it to stop the damage. So I spend a turn to move, and then you strike, and I take the damage.
No, that would be really, really dumb. If you thought that's how it worked, I understand why you're salty about it.
That's how I thought it worked. Or at least that's how I felt like I thought it worked. Maybe I wasn't paying enough attention. I mean... I like playing Exceed, and once this enters play, I have to stop playing Exceed, and I have to start playing Deal with Doom. So maybe that's why I'm salty about it.
Do you have a suggestion for a similar flavor card? Not necessarily now, but in general. If you have a suggestion for a similar flavored card that is not complete BS, I would be happy to hear it.
That might be the way to do it. I mean, I'm not sure. It seems unusually effective. I think that you have an excellent way to portray the flavor of this effect. I am not sure why...
you broke up. Can you say that again?
Yes, I think you have an excellent way to portray the flavor of this effect. I think this works really well. I'm not sure why it makes me unreasonably salty, like, every time.
I mean, it's clean up lethal damage. That's why it makes you salty.
That's one reason. But yeah, also the fact that it feels like I can't ever do anything to deal with it, even though, like, logically speaking, I can. So if I initiate against you, then that means that I'm taking 3 damage if you hit me with wings.
What?
Right? So okay. Sorry. I initiate and you win combat with wings, right? Like, or sorry, you hit with wings. It doesn't matter if you win combat. You hit with wings.
I hit with wings and you don't reply with assault. Because if you reply with assault, then you're on the salvation.
Okay, so if I initiate and I play something other than EX assault.
No, normal assault, right?
No, you stun normal assault.
Oh, no, yeah, it has to have other than an assault with guard somehow, which is usually EX, yes.
Right, so like, then your EX wings hits me, and then I move on to it. So that's the only situation in which I end up on it and able to cleanse it. Otherwise, you have a turn, so you strike. I'm not on the marker. I have to move on the marker. So I probably take 3 damage. And that's, like, that's particularly annoying. So it's like, okay, so in order to deal with Doom, I can't initiate when I would lose to Wings of Salvation. Because if I do, I'm taking 3 damage for no reason. And then if you initiate and you win with wings, I have to be able to move on to the marker. So you can't. So you don't usually corner yourself, so it's not that bad. If you corner yourself, then of course.
Well, remember the errata. The errata is clean up if the salvation marker is unoccupied.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. But I still have to move on to it at some point. Because like if you're here, and you play, sorry. Right. So this means that if I don't stun Raven's Dive, then there is no way for me to not take 3 damage. Probably 7 damage. Like, right? Like, I have to stun Raven's Dive. Out of doing anything.
Yes.
Because, as is, there's just no way for me to get on the marker. And you will be off the marker always. So, any situation like this, I have to stun Raven's Dive. Which, you know, may or may not be a huge issue, but
I want to try to find something that makes you not hate playing against it, because I like this character and want to play a bunch and want you not to hate playing against me.
that's fair.
So
It really surprises me that it salts me that hard. I want to see if other people have this issue, because I don't know why.
That's fair. I want to talk about it a little, though. So
Sure.
This is like the most flavorful version of this we can do, obviously.
Yeah.
But that's like clearly not the most fun version of it. Like, the amount of flavor I consider as a minimum requirement is there has to be a blight that either can do lethal damage or has the words "you are eliminated" on it.
Okay.
So, like, a thing I thought of and then rejected as way too matchup dependent is this, except instead of taking 3 damage, you discard 1 gauge, and if you can't, you lose the game.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Like, the upside is discard 1 gauge means that if you're hitting with an attack, you never die because you get a gauge. The downside is that it's so matchup dependent whether you can get gauge for 1 life in an action, or whether you have to like actually land an attack and give up your transform just to get 1 gauge to feed to the beast.
I mean, it's still like it's matchup dependent in the sense that there are some characters that auto wins against, and then there are other characters.
It doesn't auto win against anyone because every character can just win every single combat for the rest of the game.
And then they have to stop playing if they're transformation characters, right? Like, if I want
really lame, and that's why I don't want to do that.
Okay, yeah. I mean, not that they actually stop playing, right? But they stop playing their transformations, and that's sad.
I can think of a few other weird options, but I think they're more likely than interactive, not less. Like, you could make a blight that said, when you initiate a strike, if you don't hit, you are eliminated.
Yeah, that does mean you probably just auto lose. Because you can't, like, if she has EX cross or something, then you might just not be able to do anything, and you die.
Yeah.
So that feels worse for sure. So the words "you are eliminated." So okay.
It doesn't have to say you are eliminated. It can also just do lethal damage, but it has to be able to kill you.
I mean, how good or bad in your mind is, like, when you gain this blight, if you have 3 other blights, you are eliminated.
That's never going to happen, so I think it's kind of uninteresting.
Okay, that's fair. Clean up, take 1 damage per blight that you possess, and then I'm not sure of the cleanse
Including
mechanic.
this one?
Including this one. Right. You want lethal damage. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean that's printable, but I think that's less fun than this, not more.
No, it is. Well, it depends on what the cleanse mechanic in that case, right? I don't know. I'm not sure that there is a better way to do it.
Yeah, we'll take some more time to think about it. If the answer is there is no fun way, then maybe we keep it like this, but I don't know. It seems to get you really frustrated, and I don't want you to get really frustrated.
I appreciate that.
Do you want to not play the remaining games of this set? I'm guessing you
are we?
do.
Shoot. So, let's see. So, 22-0. I was sitting in Serena.
Yeah, the other thing is, personally, I don't mind if Doom feels uninteractive when you're losing 22-8 when you get hit by it.
To be fair, I was losing 22-13 because I'm sitting in Serena. They start with 35 life.
Take into account, like, it costs you an action to exceed.
Yes, and because Doom entered play, I didn't get that chance. Like, that's why so this shortened me, turns in life in my, at least in the way that it felt. Because I don't get to play Exceed anymore.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the fix is.
I don't know. It might not need fixing. Like I said, I'm interested in, especially if other people play Nael or play Azure against Nael in the near-ish future, because I don't know if it's just me.
Yeah, I guess it is worth noting that is there anything in the actual Exceed that makes you feel like this?
Yeah,
I don't think so, right?
No, I mean, I can definitely salt this hard against Eugenia. Sometimes against
I haven't
Domina.
seen that happen.
You have? I'm not as vocal about it.
That's fair.
Because
because it's not my job to balance Eugenia and Yumina.
Right, yeah. So it's like, in Eugenia in particular, I've gotten real salty about because Eugenia has that thing where, and also like, the one time it happened was like, so you don't use Time for Tea, in my opinion, enough, but like I was down to 2 or 1 or something, you had opponent can't prepare and play, and you used Time for Tea, and I was like, oh, this is the loop, right? So and you also had Shimmer transformed, right? So like the game was far enough along that I'm like, okay, I have to take 8 to 10 damage on a turn that I can do nothing to stop, nothing to prevent, like, just to be able to do anything at all ever, and I lose my hand in the process. Like, that feels horrible.
There's an argument that that's just comparable to playing reading, but it's a really bad reading.
I mean, it's yeah, I'd say it's not like that, because reading, generally, you do 5 or 6 damage. But in that situation, like, Eugenia's doing up to 2 damage every turn that I don't act. Every turn that I do act, I go either down 1 in card advantage, because I go up a card and you go up 2 cards, or I go up a card and then you go up, then I go down a card and you go up 1 card. So either way, I'm going down 1 in card advantage. Like, having that boost in play is impossible. So when you play that boost while I have 2 fewer cards in hands, and I don't have enough gauge to change cards, like, there is no coming back. I have to Wild Swing and lose my hand on whatever it is that you play, because you're going to make me probably discard a card. And then I'm taking 10 damage. Like, I'm probably getting hit by Sweep or Color Spray, which, hey, maybe I get to draw, and I only take 8 damage. Fine. But it's still, like, it's actually, and that's the less frustrating version of that. Because I know to Wild Swing. If I didn't know to Wild Swing, the answer is, I guess I'm trapped, because there's nothing I can do to get cards in hand. You're going to burn my cards every turn, and you're just, like, you're gaining cards, I'm losing cards. There's nothing that I can ever change that dynamic. So it could be worse. But I know that, like, to deal with resource disadvantages, you need to lean on Wild Swings. And I have to play more carefully against Eugenia because of that, because it feels really horrible to be behind against Eugenia.
Or way we can try to change Doom, and I think it's probably worse, but I want to bring it up because while we're here, which is you could make it be a force expenditure instead of damage every turn.
Yeah, well, let's play this again.
Yeah. Okay, let's play one more game, and yeah, clean up if the the salvation marker is unoccupied.
Okay. All right, I'll go second. Well, 2. Yeah. Like, I might have time for another game or so after this set, but probably not much more than that. I need to actually look at the location that I'm supposed to be headed to after this.
I still really want to figure out what to do about Nael, because I like Nael, but I don't want it to be unfun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I want more people...
I guess kind of like, if she's comparably unfun to Yumina, that's like the correct level. If she's comparably unfun to Eugenia, that's okay. If she's more unfun than Eugenia, that's not okay.
Yeah. I don't... Like I said, I'm not sure why I solved that hard. Okay. Boost speed.
Is it only wings? Do you know that?
Yes. Well, since we removed the stacking. Otherwise, double... The one on Thermionic, doubling up.
Double Thermionic was really dumb, but
that was the one that was really dumb.
We're aware that was really dumb, we removed it. We're
Yeah.
not stupid. Cool, let's move on.
Yeah, wings is the only other thing.
Alright, I'll think about it more.
Yeah. Like, the other dumb mechanic that she has is, Stardust, Thermionic. So you either take 3 non-lethal for not moving, or you take +1 power for each, but it's like, okay, you spent a force and a boost to play a face-up thing that...
Or you stun them. That's the remaining option. You move and stun them.
Yeah, but that's why it has +3 guard. So,
Yes.
doesn't usually happen.
It's hard. I didn't say it was easy. It's possible, though.
Yep. Alright, so you're retreating and playing Lunar Dynamo?
Sorry, I Dalamood, yeah, Red Moonshine, the Path to Conquest.
Yeah, that seems correct. So I Wild Swing. It's invalid. Okay, I hit you. I don't stun you. Nothing. You have armor.
Though.
You have armor. Yeah.
It's the X attack, yeah.
Then I take 3. 4. Actually, 4. Okay, well, could have been worse.
Did you just guard a card?
My choice, right? Thanks.
Yes, your choice. Random would be so dumb.
Boost, yeah. Well, that's why Herxie mode is like that.
Yes, exactly. I'm glad we understand each other. I prep.
Cool. So you have +3 power. Yeah, I mean, can't risk walking into things.
Yeah, that's the balancing factor of that being really dumb.
Yes.
That's your sweep. I just took your sweep.
Wait, how did we... Wait, what? Are you sure?
Oh, wait, no, that was my wild swing.
No, you wild swung. I played focus.
Yeah,
I played
never mind.
focus. Okay.
I thought I picked up your speed boost from the last strike.
No, that's fair. That's fair. All right. Yours.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. Cool. Bleed. Ah.
I should probably get a move on, I guess, but
No rush.
we'll see. There's a bit of a rush.
Strike.
Huh. Oh, that's a card that exists.
I have at least 3 things that hit you here.
Yes, but the question is, which one of them do you actually want to play?
That is true.
The answer is I don't actually care. Here's a wild swing.
Okay. Cool. I push you 2, which means I get extra gauge. Take 5.
That seems at least comparably dumb to my dumb thing.
Yeah. We each got our dumb things.
Yeah, but you get to keep doing yours is the problem.
Fair.
Fine.
Wings of Salvation?
No.
Okay, so... Therm... home keys. 0.
It is clearly a salt-induced parry. Or a parry had okay, one of those.
No, it's completely salt-induced. But sometimes that's what I gotta do. Okay.
Choking Thorns.
Fair. Boost.
Fair. How dumb is that card? That card is very dumb. Okay, good to know.
It's a good card.
Complain.
Okay. I'll take that.
Reasonable. Oh, Ride Moon, Shine the Path to Conquest, round 2.
Yeah, so 3 power?
3 power.
Okay, you can gain the life. I hit you for 3, you gain... So you hit for 3, then you gain 2. I take no damage.
Okay. So I take 1, I get a gauge.
Correct. I get a transform.
The boost goes away. Cool.
Yep. Power. I'm gonna strike. You know I have Kiss Kiss. Sitting 1 card.
Sure.
It's Haze. You're gonna miss. So I hit for 5 minus 1 equals 4. Yours?
Okay. This seems safe.
Mm-hmm.
Like, safer than not doing it.
Mm-hmm. Prep.
Same.
Sure. I'll draw 4 cards, and then I may spin a gauge. I choose not to. I draw for a turn, and then I discard some stuff. Alright, let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a lot of things now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Discard Focus?
It's a good hand.
Discard.
Alright. Yours? Stand on plant. Whoop.
I'm gonna strike.
Mm-hmm. On swing. I take 4. Excuse me. No, you're over here. Totally matters.
Yes, it does matter, in theory. As soon as I play Barbed Wave Cannon, as soon as you play.
Alright. Cleanse.
I have +4 speed.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. I want these back in my deck.
I accidentally discarded a copy of a card. Hopefully you didn't see it.
I did not see it.
Cool.
Alright, yours.
I'm going to confirm that, yeah. Okay. Prep.
Speed.
Yeah, only have 4 cards, huh?
I have 6.
I have 4 though.
Oh, okay.
3.
Oh, did you mean deck?
3 dive and wild swing.
I have it. No good.
Cool.
You do close in though. Not actually that bad.
Bad for who?
I have armor. Not bad for either of us,
Who are you
honestly.
saying it's not bad for?
Either of us.
Yeah, fair. Strike.
I'll spin for 1 armor. Okay, so I'm gonna miss. I take nothing, and then at the end of the strike, I may push or pull 1. I will push 1.
Yeah, that's how this game works. Carry on.
Cool. I'll bleed. I reveal my hands.
Huh.
I was hoping to bleed the assault.
It's a little scary. Are you ready to be very happy?
Change cards wings.
Well, move with wings.
I mean, that seems thematic.
Basically, I change cards, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Wait, are you out of foci? I think you are.
No.
No, you're not. Okay, so yes. This is still a thing. Here's.
Have to start working on them.
No, that's fair. Prep.
Prep. Hang on. Actually, can I look at my last card first?
Go for it.
Reshuffle.
Can I?
Absolutely.
What are the
focus, cross, Heaven's Fall, wings, thermionic.
Okay. I have Pea Shooter and Kiss, which aren't super relevant here. EX stack.
EX.
Mm-hmm.
EX.
I outspeed, I deal 7. I'm gonna burn a card.
I am not very happy about that. I just want that, like, noted. Is that noted on the official record?
I will note it.
Cool, thanks. I'll
Yep.
prep.
Okay. I'll bleed.
I got to spike a sweep, except it didn't win combat. It's really sad. Like, is that even allowed? Probably tell me it is allowed too, because you're a jerk like that.
I'm afraid it is. Terribly sorry.
Sad. CC 0.
Huh.
You have 6 cards, I don't want to play them.
That's fair. Alright. You can't run. You can't run, rather.
I can't.
Nope.
Oh, that's silly. You have a grass.
I do not.
Okay, what do you play instead?
I'll play the spike. Figures. Take 5. Well, at least it's unoccupied. I mean, occupied. Whatever.
It's a transform. It isn't in play. This cleanup.
What I mean is, at least this thing, at least you're there.
Yeah. All I'm saying is it wouldn't trigger even if I weren't there.
Fair. Take 5, please. I'm pretty sure you didn't. Did you?
Good guard.
Yeah. Guard 4.
Yes, you played a spike.
Yep. Okay.
I did not.
Bleed.
Ow.
So it goes. Okay, so that could have up to 6 power. I believe is the most that's possible. Yes. Okay, so if I do this, it has 6 guard. So I play this? What did I miss?
Healing.
Okay, that's fine. So you gain 2 life, you have 3 armor? Right?
I have 3 armor and hit for 4, yeah.
Okay, I take 4. I pull you, except I don't, and I hit back for 8 minus 3 equals 5?
Yep.
Okay, I take 3.
Yep.
And then I exceed.
Huh, I was expecting to hear a move.
I need to not die, so,
That's fair.
like, moving on the marker is no way to guarantee that I don't die. I guess I'll move on to the marker.
Strength.
Sure. Okay, so 5. I take no damage. You draw a
Do you
card.
want to spend extra? Oh, you're not. You're on the marker, so you don't need to spend extra.
Correct. I'll
Anyway,
push.
that's a. Oh, the one time you commented on not being able to spend to prevent that damage when you block. If you get hit, you totally can.
Right. But yeah, you played a block on offense, so I couldn't spin to prevent,
Oh, right, yeah.
which is what felt terrible.
Yes, that's fair.
Alright, I pushed you 1 because of my enthralling toxins. Because
Okay.
I spent force from gauge. Okay. Power.
Not cleansing.
No.
Okay. Prep.
Okay. 2 range, 2 power. Strike. Correct. Yours.
Prep.
Prep.
I think I'm behind enough that this is the only way I win. So, or like this is
Hail Mary
worth
reading.
it, even though it's risky. Yeah, read cross and wild swing.
Don't have it. I play block for the gauge.
Sure.
See me and to get the normal out, although that won't matter really. Do you have any remaining dynamos? You do not. Okay, so I cleanse this and I play Choking Thorns. Because it doesn't matter, I just need gauge.
Am I in range of that actually hitting me? Yes, but it does 1 damage or no?
No, it's sorry. Here. It super doesn't hit you.
I wild swing.
Okay. You advance and
I
retreat.
move
Or,
a
sorry,
bunch.
lag. I get gauge, this is discarded. Yours.
I'm really surprised how much time you spent not cleansing that.
Yeah, I mean, if I can get to it, it's not that bad.
Crap.
The problem is when you sit on it.
Right, which is why we may not do damage when I sit on it, right?
Yeah. CC 0. Cool. CC 0.
Yes, so I have to start striking first.
That is correct. Well, actually, no. You have more cards in hand. So if you strike from hand, eventually I'll be forced to wild swing sooner.
Yes, so I have to be the first player to declare a strike.
Yes.
Okay. Thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Strike.
All right. Need count cards.
Absolutely. This is kind of an interesting endgame, actually, because you're kind of, if you're pardon the pun, rooted.
Yeah, I am. All right. So I'll stick here and draw.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Was this correct? I don't know. Alright, CC 0. Alright. 2 power, 2 range. There's, I think, only one possibility. But yeah, so I get this back, it's 5 power. I will pull 1. And now push 1. What the hey? Alright, I gauge this.
So when you said I'll get this back, it was just gauge, right? Yeah? Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
CC 0.
Cool. CC 0. CC 0.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm forgetting I'm supposed to be playing around right now.
Mm-hmm. You know I have assault. Strike.
With no plus range?
Correct. Yep, I'll take a lot of damage. Am I dead? 6, 9. I take 9.
9.
Sure. Yours. Okay. Do you have that? No. Do you have that? Yes. Okay. EX attack. No cleanse.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I dead yet?
If
Yes,
you're not stunning this, you're dead.
Yeah, I'm okay, good. GG.
Huh.
I have for 4 minus 2 equals 2.
I think that was the most interesting game that Doom has made, so if that was still frustrating / not interesting, then it probably needs to get changed.
I mean, I'm not sure if that part was Doom or if that part was City and Serena, because they are zoners. So it was like I think the correct play was I sit here and I play a 5 power Venom Lash and you play armor, and then I go in with EX Dive, EX Assault, and just hope I can get damage in. But like, it becomes a damage race, because I don't think that I can cleanse Doom. Like, it doesn't seem like that helps or matters.
I mean, it removes a lot of the damage from the damage race, right?
Yes, but it also removes a lot of my cards.
3 force to gain 6. You can spend from gauge.
I need to have 2 gauge, so I guess I should have spent this and 1 card from hands.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of surprised you haven't done that.
Maybe I should have done that. I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, I don't know. I'm not good at figuring out what to do about this. Like, it's
okay,
weird. TTS
decisions
lag.
being made that would not have happened if not for Doom.
We lagged mid-sentence. Say that again?
that game to me felt like there were actual decisions being made that would not have happened in a game where Doom was not a thing.
I mean, I felt
So-
that way about every game with Doom. It just mostly felt like a bad thing. Because that was my complaint, right? Like, I stopped playing, and now I'm playing Deal with Doom, the minigame.
Notably, you played Deal with Doom, the minigame, in that game in a way that does not sound like it involves dealing with Doom, even though it did.
What? Oh, right, because you think I should have cleansed.
You had the option to cleanse multiple times and decided you thought it was more valuable to have more resources to play Exceed with.
Right.
So, to me, that means that there's a sense in which you're playing Exceed while playing Doom, because if it were just about Deal with Doom, you could have won that minigame very easily. I was not really fighting too hard to not let you cleanse Doom.
That's true. Maybe the answer is, when possible, cleanse it. And it won't always be possible, and that's what feels terrible, but if possible, cleanse it. I don't know. It's weird. So far, Doom has the notable effect of making me play badly. Which is not, like, strictly a bad thing. It is amusing to me, because it does feel like I'm making worse strategic decisions around it than I normally do. Have you also noticed this? Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can still hear you.
Okay, sorry. I was worried for a second, because I was...
Yeah. I think we do have to see how other people feel about it. If it's only you who hates it, like, of people who are okay with playing against Yumina and stuff, yeah, I think that's the rule. Basically, if other people who don't mind Yumina think this is dumb, then they probably have to change it.
Okay, so the players that I would want to check this with are, like, Reggie, Marco, who else? There's a set of players that, of course, Matt if he's available, but I don't know his availability. But yeah, Reggie and Marco are good benchmarks for that, because, like, they're both play against anyone players, like, don't care at all what the opponent is doing, and they're good players. So
yeah.
You know, that's a good intersection to have here.
It's hard, because I do like this design. I think it's a cool design, and it seems to not be completely broken, but it's tough.
Yeah, and
I wonder if...
Like I said, I like it in a lot of ways. I don't know why it seems to, like, make me particularly tilt, right?
I wonder if it could do something different to cleanse. I have a... Okay, so as much as I like the Salvation Puddle mechanic, because that's how it works in the game, I think I just thought of the correct cleanse condition for an Ultra Blight.